Good morning, and let's carry on with reading 6A. Today we will be having three objectives. Objective 1, examine a text to allocate specific information by answering 5 multiple choice questions. Objective 2, give advice to people who want to start a new business. And finally, we are going to discuss the qualities of a winner. So, please take your student book on page 72. In the previous lesson, we analyzed Story 1, Story 2, Story 3, and Story 4. And in this lesson, we are going to start with checking our comprehension. Okay, dear students, now it's time to check our comprehension. So I want you to pause the video and try to answer the following 4 questions. Okay, let's start with question 1. What did the reporter want the bank president to tell him? Very good. So, the reporter wanted the bank president to tell him the secret of his success. Okay, now, did the bank president's second answer explain how he became successful? Yes, it did. At the end, he gave him a satisfying answer. Now, in paragraph B, what did the farmer reveal in an interview? So he revealed, or he said, that he shared his best seeds with his neighbors. Okay? In question 2, how can his neighbor's corn affect the quality of his corn? Excellent. The wind can pick up pollen from their corn and blow it into his field. So, if they grow bad corn, he will grow bad corn too. So, what you give, you will get. And that's the main idea behind this story. Okay? Now, you are going to do the same with paragraph C and D. Please pause the video and try to answer the following 4 questions. Okay, let's start with question 1 for paragraph C. Why did the shoemaker send 2 salesmen to a developing country? So how did you answer this question? Very good, because he wanted them to investigate the market there. Okay, now what about question number 2? What was the difference between the 2 salesmen, salesman 1 and salesman 2? And we already discussed this in the previous slides. Okay, so the first salesman was not optimistic. So you can say he was pessimistic. But the second salesman saw an opportunity to do business. And that was the secret of success. He can see opportunities. Okay, what about paragraph D? What is the fable about? The fable means the story. Okay, so it was about a little moth that wanted to reach a star. Now, was he affected by the reaction of the other moths? What did he do at the end? Okay, so he wasn't. He followed his dream, and at the end you saw that he was the only one still alive. On the student book on page 73, we are going to do activity C. Read the text again and answer questions. Choose A, B, C, or D. But before that, let's read the following tip. Read each question carefully to get an idea of what you are looking for, and underline the section in the text where the answer is found. When a question refers to the whole text, avoid options which are true, but refer only to part of the text. Next, make sure you have chosen the correct answer by eliminating the wrong options. And this is the most important kind of answering multiple choice questions. Then, avoid options which sound logical but are not mentioned in the text. And we are going to apply this in the next exercise. Also, avoid options which include a word or phrase from the text but do not mean the same thing. Alright? And finally, avoid options which overgeneralize using words like always, all, every, etc. Alright. Let's start with question number 1. Why does the writer suggest that we like success stories? So here we have why, and here we have we like success stories. So you are going to find in the text an expression that has the following meaning. So in which part of the text are you going to find the answer? Let me help you. The answer can be found in the introduction. Okay? So I'm going to give you some time. Pause the video and try to choose the right option. Okay, so how do we know that this paragraph is the right one? Here we have, that's why we love success stories, and that's the same as in the question, why does the writer suggest that we like success stories? Now, what about the right answer? Excellent, that's B. We want to find out how to win, and here we have the word how, and we can find the justification here. We are all curious about how it's done. And also here we have how. So the way how people can win. Excellent. Now question number 2. What was it that made the bank president a successful man? Now I'm going to give you some time and you are going to do it by yourself. You will find the right paragraph and then you will find the right answer. Okay, so in which paragraph did you find the right answer? Very good, that was in paragraph 1. Now we are going to start with the technique of eliminating the wrong answers. So C should be eliminated. Why? Because here we have blaming others for mistakes. And in the text, it's not mentioned, this information. Now after that, the option D, making decisions at the right time. In the text, it doesn't have the same meaning. In the text, it says right decisions, which means correct decisions, and not making decisions at the right time. We have another option that we should eliminate, which is option A, good, giving short answers. And also, this one is an incorrect answer. Why? Because he gave 2 words when he answered, and he also gave 1 word response. And that wasn't the reason why he was a successful man. So which option is correct? That's option B, learning from experience. And how can you justify it? Excellent. When he was asked about how we learn to make these right decisions, he answered experience. So you can learn from your experience. Now let's move on to number 3. Why was the second salesman a winner by nature? Okay, now try to pause the video and try to find the right paragraph and the right answer. Shall we answer? Okay, so in which paragraph? Good, that was in paragraph 3. And here we have the answer. The second salesman, a winner by nature. That's why we chose paragraph 3. Now, which option is correct? Here we are going to eliminate B, C, and D. Why? Because all of them were not mentioned in the text. So the correct one is option A. He saw the positive side of things. And the justification here, when the second salesman said, "We will sell thousands of shoes in a year." And even though the situation was difficult, he saw the opportunity. All right. Question number 4. How did the moth survive? In which story did we talk about the moth? Pause the video and try to find out, and then choose the right answer. Alright, so that was in the last story, how the moth survived. Story number 4. Okay, he was the only moth of his family that was still alive. That's the justification for our story. Now, which option did you choose? We are going to eliminate option D. He tried to avoid candles and street lights, because this option is simply not mentioned. Also, we are going to eliminate option C. He was helped by other moths, because that was incorrect. What did the other moths do to him? They made fun of him. They didn't help him. And what about his mother? He took his mother's advice. It's not correct. His mother just told him, just do what all the other moths do. So the only correct option is A. He went after his dream. What was his dream? His dream was to reach a star. And you saw that at the end he was the only one that survived. Okay, question number 5. According to the whole text, which of the following people are not winners? So here you are going to read the whole text again and choose the right option by eliminating or by any way of choosing the right option. Okay, shall we answer? Now, let's eliminate the first one, A. Those who aren't afraid of taking risks when others see danger are not winners. So that's not correct, because in paragraph 3, the second salesman, a winner by nature, saw the opportunity of selling shoes to people who were all barefoot. Another option to eliminate is option B, because it's incorrect, and in paragraph 4, the little moth wanted to reach a star and was finally the only moth that survived. And we have to eliminate option D, because it's also incorrect, because in paragraph 1, the bank president learned from making wrong choices and became successful. So the only correct one is option C. Those who are not optimistic and are afraid of competition are not winners. On the same page from activity D, we are going to answer the following question. What advice about how to succeed would you give to a person who is starting their own business? I want you to pause the video and try to give me some pieces of advice. Let's say 3 pieces of advice. Okay, so let's start with advice number 1. Excellent. I would tell them to follow their heart and not be afraid of taking risks. What else? Very good. In addition, I would say that making mistakes can be a good thing as long as we learn from them. What else? Very good. Finally, I would say that it is important to think positively and take advantage of new opportunities. Let's move on to activity E. Let's discuss the following. What examples of successful people can you think of? Please pause the video and think of 2 or 3 successful people you know. Okay, I can suggest for you, for example, Bill Gates, a businessman and computer programmer. I'm sure you know him. Who else? Okay, very good. We have Mu'taz Barsham, who is a high jumper from Qatar, and he is very successful. Now, Also, bear in mind that not only famous people who are successful, but also people in our family and our friends. The second question, do you have the qualities of a winner? Let's discuss this one. Please pause the video and try to tell me why yes or why no. Okay, so I think I do. I have got the qualities of a winner because what are the qualities of a winner? Number one, I believe in myself and I go after my dreams. Also, I set high goals and I work hard to achieve them. Very good. What else? Excellent. Moreover, I don't get discouraged by my mistakes, but I try to learn from them so as not to repeat them in the future. Excellent.